Hey there friend, Mark from The Spark here. Welcome back to another video. Now this video is part of a series of videos where I'm taking a look at the Kindle Scribe and working my way through its features. Now, this video may be for you if you've only just got a Kindle Scribe and you still don't quite know how it works and you want a little bit of help through some of the nitty-gritty of the finer features. It may be that you're considering buying a Kindle Scribe and you want to know, is it really going to work for me? It may also be a video for those of you who have a Kindle Scribe, you know loads about the Kindle Scribe, you use it as your daily note-taking e-ink device, but maybe I might suggest to you there could be some things you might not know. We'll see. Let me know in the comments. Add to the conversation. Today we're going to look at what the Kindle Scribe's kind of main feature is. Its talking point that particularly with the second generation came of making real proper notes in pretty much any book that you can purchase on in the Kindle ecosystem. So there are a few ways actually that you can make notes in a book, in a Kindle, not just writing on the page, which again, like I say, is the kind of most requested feature and now it's here. But there are a few other ways as well in which you can make some notes on the book that you are reading. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. So the first and most obvious way of getting notes onto your book is you just simply write. So pick where you want to make a note of. So let's say I've also advocated for the power of stillness. This is really interesting. Forgive my handwriting. And click the tick button there. And so there we are. You have a note in your book. And what's really great about this feature is because it's its own little notebook box, if you like, if you make your font size smaller by squeezing, if you make it bigger by spreading, it will stay in roughly the same place. So there we go. So as someone, power of stillness, just there, just there. So there we are. Okay, and to show you, you can make this text box bigger if you wish. And then you can also, I'm just going to make my fountain pen a little bit, my pencil even a little, in fact we'll go to pen, there we are, make it a little bit thinner. I'll show you that feature in a second. If you want to write more, you can indeed write more in this box. And while you have the box open, it has all the kind of pretty much all the note-taking features that you would have in the notebook section of the Kindle Scribe. So if you tap down here, as you just saw there, I could change my different pencils that I'm using. And you can change the broadness of the stroke as well. This here is the highlighter. So if you've made a note within your book that you want to go, this is really important, then you can write it in there. There we go. You make it bigger as well, so make it thick. And as well as doing that, you can have it in pen, and as long as you haven't changed the default, what this button does here, you can press it like that, press it, and you can do a highlighter that way. And then of course you've got your eraser here. There we go. But there are some other options there as well. You could go to erase selection. So if you select it, it will erase it. Okay, we'll just go out there for 1 second. And I'll show you this too. So if we write some more words on here, you can lasso them like you would expect you would be able to do. It detects the text and you can make it bigger or smaller. So you can really nail down your notes that you've made in your book however you want pretty much. So we'll just delete that. And then we'll also, down here, we'll make this a bit smaller and show you here, you can delete it by tapping the trash can icon there, or rubbish can icon, or rubbish bin icon, American, British audiences, whatever. There we go, and delete. Okay, so that is one way of doing it. Another way of creating that is by tap this a page with that's been lifted up, tap on the page to place your note exactly where you want it. So you can just tap, and there we are, handwritten note. There we go. So obviously this is different in that it enables you to make a note in your book, but it doesn't make it a note in the page of your book. It used to be back in the day before the updates, where you would then be left with a little icon here to say there's something for you to read, and you would tap it and you've made your note there. And again, you get pretty much the same selections of things here. You just need to double tap that twice to bring the selections up. There we go. And you can also add a text note as well if you want to. Oops, and there we go, saving, and we will close that, and there we are. So now you have a text note and a handwritten note. Okay, so we'll delete that. So 3 button there, delete, delete. There we go. Okay, there's another bit here as well, so you can tap that. It's kind of like a page with a pen and 2 lines above and below it. And that means wherever you want to go, you can tap that, and it's created you a new box that you can write your notes in. And there again, you can do the same thing now with this that you could do when you just wrote on the page. We shall delete that as well. And we need to delete the text note. I deleted the handwritten note, didn't delete the text note. Okay, I can make that bigger. By the way, if you go down here, you can move this to the right side if you want as well, and it flicks things around. I'll move it back. You'll notice there that this moved from that side to that side. This is another way. It's probably a 3rd or 4th way now you can make a note in your book, is by doing kind of side notes. So you'd write in the margin of your book, you can write in the margin of your book here too. So maybe you want to comment on this. It's very easy to find yourself struggling to keep up. So we'll go, yes, I do. There we are. And you'll see there that it's made a little note to say there's something for you to read there, and you tap that. And there you go. It's now based in the column, the side note column, of whereabouts it's applying that note to. If I write under, say I want to talk about urgency, focus on your goals, be focused. There we go. It's now created a note there, and you can tap that there. And as you can see, it's leaving the space of the page. Now, there's a few other ways you can look at this. So as you can see here, it's giving you the book, so you can kind of read your book as you go through it there. If you tap that, it kind of goes over the page of your book. Not entirely sure how useful that is, but you can indeed make this bigger as well. Add to the note, and then make it smaller again. There we go, but obviously you can't now see what's over there, so you will need to make it bigger. And we'll just go back to being a side note there, where it kind of justifies it there as you want it. So there you go, you can keep on making those notes as much as you like. And while that's open, you can also make a note in a book. So you can have all sorts of things going on at the same time. So you can make notes to your heart's content. And there we are. To delete them, you just simply tap that. We'll get rid of this, and we'll delete this. Obviously with the Kindle Scribe you can have an orientation setting to it as well. We'll just tap the top, tap the AA there, and we can do a layout here, so we can change the orientation. There we go. So you've now got a new orientation. Whoops. There we go. You may find this easier to work with if you are doing those side notes as well, because you can make that a little bit smaller. You've got more of your page here, and again, wherever you write. I can't spell. There we go. It shows you that you've got a little note there to take care of. Okay, another way you can make kind of a note, or maybe it's something that will just draw your attention to it, and that is that you can now underline whatever is particularly interesting in your book. And again, probably the old-fashioned way is by highlighting. So if you press that button there, or press this button here, or press the highlighter there, you can then highlight a bunch of text, so you can just kind of go over it like that, and then it will give you the option, if you tap it, to make a note. Again, as we saw before, you can make a note that way too, and if you tap that button there, it enables you to then maybe convert it to an underline if that's what you want to do, because of course you can also make a note on the underlined one also. And again, easy, just to delete, you just tap and delete. So there we go, whichever way works for you, portrait, horizontal, you're going to be able to make notes on this device to your heart's content. Okay, I hope that was useful to you. Please do let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to explore any other feature of the Kindle. It may be that I'm going to do that in subsequent videos anyway, but I really would love to hear from you, or any hints and tips you want to share with the community. Again, pop that in the comments section below. Okay, I've made quite a large playlist now of Kindles, Kindle Scribes, things like that, eInk devices. You'll be able to find that in this playlist there, so go check that out. Okay, until the next video, happy note taking.